Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I should start out by saying that this is going to be a repotting video, and to be completely transparent, this video is really the only reason that I paid attention to my plants this week. So with that, the moment that I started to set up for the video, I noticed that a lot of my plants needed to be watered, needed some general TLC, lots of things were drooping, it just was not looking good. During the age of Corona, I've noticed that I have taken on two coping mechanisms. The first being doing the absolute most. I have downloaded an app on my phone to learn another language. I don't know why I think that I'm ever going to learn Italian from an app. Or I've even tried to do home workouts every single day, which isn't a bad thing, but I mean, it's either I'm doing the most or I'm doing the least, which is the second coping mechanism. And on those days when I am doing the least, getting out of bed feels like the hardest thing in the world. And to be completely honest with you, lately I've been on a kick of doing the absolute least. So you can imagine how my plants have been treated recently. Whether this video is actually good or not is honestly irrelevant to me because it's evidence that I found the energy to actually do something. Let's start possibly one of the weirdest repotting videos on the internet. Hi! I hope that you guys are having a nice time doing whatever it is that you're doing. I know that by the time that this video goes out, we will probably still be in some sort of isolation, hopefully for not much longer. Today I'm going to be doing a lot of different kinds of repotting, so we'll get to enjoy this together. I have some plants that have been sitting in water for just way too long. I have this thing where I sort of neglect my plants in water. I do apologize if you can hear someone talking in the background. That would be my husband talking with his friends. This plant right here actually arrived to me with this attached to it, and I ended up chopping it up to create a more cohesive plant, a plant that just made a little bit more sense, if you will. I forgot to tell you that it's a pajama party. So if you're not wearing your pajamas, you need to go put them on right now. You can pause and I will still be here waiting for you because I'm wearing my pajamas. You can see little modeling moment. Yeah, I'm a sucker for matching PJ sets. So anyway, back to what we're talking about here. So what I did is I cut off the top, propped it, and now I'm potting it back into the plant. Look at these roots. That should have been repotted a long time ago. Welcome to soil. There we go, she's all good. Now they are all potted together. This is one of the weirdest looking plants. I cannot explain this, but we're just gonna go with it. And it is putting out some new growth, so that's really exciting. What is that?
What is that?
Let's play What Is That? The game show where we guess whatever that is. What do you think Becca is looking at? Cast your votes now. Is it A, mealybugs, B, spider mites, C, Leo's dog hair, or D, scale? Alright, thank you for playing What Is That? Let's see what it was. How does this thing have spider mites right now? Like, how? Do you guys remember my spider mites video? Yeah. Oh my god, this one has spider mites too, this side. Everything in my house has spider mites. Consistently. Since I've figured out how to find them, it's just been a constant, oh, there's more spider mites. Oh, there's more spider mites. There's more spider mites over here. It's kind of like a controlled chaos. I didn't think that spider mites would be gone forever. Let's play What Is That? A moth just came out of the soil. This soil usually sits outside. That's gross. Okay. But anyway, I didn't think that I would be rid forever of spider mites. Like, I'm not naive anymore. I have been exposed to this world of house plant pests. This is just going to be a thing that I deal with forever. Awesome. How I check for spider mites, and something that I've mentioned before, is holding them up to a light source and like getting behind the plant. And yeah, that's basically how I do it. I learned that technique from my friend Adam. Hey dude, if you're watching, thanks for teaching me that. This is a Hoya compacta variegata. It is a plant that I nearly gave up on. I had it sitting outside, ready to die, and I was just sick of it, honestly. And then I realized, you know what? I know someone who would really like this plant out there, and just because I'm sick of it doesn't mean that it needs to die. And so I brought it back inside and I stuck it in water, this cup right here to be exact, and I started nursing it back to health. I feel like now it is finally ready to be repotted. I mean, it's probably been ready for a while, to be honest with you, but like I said, sometimes I neglect my plants that live in water. Next plant is my new Albo Monstera. This plant arrived to me with sphagnum moss on the roots, which is totally cool. I just have a particular aversion to keeping my plants in sphagnum long term. It's super healthy. It didn't really have any issues. This new leaf right here, you can see it's like just like a lighter color. It came out really nicely, no issues. This one I did not acclimate in my greenhouse like I do normally, just because it is a bit taller and that would have been just a little bit more difficult, and I just, again, didn't want to deal with that. It is perfect and exactly the type of variegation that I wanted on my Albo whenever I did buy one. So that was all of my initial things that needed to be repotted. Let's look at the stuff that I have stress found in my greenhouse and other places. This plant right here, this is a Monstera standeliana. I'm just not feeling it. I don't understand. The plant gets so much light and it is consistently putting out this like huge long runner. I have no idea what it wants, but I am going to just like check the soil and the roots. I noticed that it curls up really fast as if it is thirsty, like pretty often. So I don't know if there's like a root rot situation, because sometimes that could be a side effect of root rot. So I'm going to repot it into a bigger pot, perhaps, because it does dry out so fast. Does anybody know if I can cut these runners off and like propagate those and maybe they'll make better plants? Let me know, because it's so annoying to have like this huge, like 3-foot long runner and nothing is coming of it. Let's talk about this begonia maculata. I have 2 begonias in my collection. This one, which was a gift from Adam, and then a begonia lucerna. And I freaking love that begonia lucerna. It's gonna be me and that begonia till the day I die. You know, it's so beautiful, it's so easy to take care of. When I did get this plant, it was from a plant swap from Adam, and it did not do very well in the beginning. I'm not exactly sure why, but I knew that it would come back. I put it in here just to like let it regrow some roots. Oh. He's wrapped himself up in a blanket. That's really cute, Leo. Ah, perfect. Look at that tiny little pot. Okay, so I will be moving this into a different situation once it shows me that it is in soil happily. So my mother peperomia watermelon was doing really bad, and I am not exactly sure why, but it just wasn't happy. So I decided to cut it up. It's been probably 2 months. Now it is finally time to pot them up. What do we think of this? Oh, gee. Okay, I think these ones are just like forged together. I don't know if my glove is making this hard or if I'm just like struggling all on my own. I'm going to bunch them all together like a bouquet and plant them that way. And then I'm going to use my precision soil scoop. I'm starting to feel gross because my hands are very dirty, but I think that's all right. This is my Syngonium Pink from Root Greenhouse, and as you can see, it is doing a lot better from the point that I unboxed it. So we have a ton of new growth, but it is very small. I'm going to cut right here, and I'm just gonna put this in water, and then I'll plant it back into the pot so that it can just chill. Yeah, so that things can be a little bit more evenly distributed. And then I should repot this one, but I don't think that I have a pot that I want to use yet. So I think that's going to be the end of the video. This was so random, so I hope that you enjoyed. I don't know. I hope that you maybe feel relaxed or you feel motivated to join me in on some plant chores, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.